Yeah. That's how we traditionally get on the jiu-jitsu mats when we study. So, so over here, good afternoon or good morning or good evening. My name's Randy Horton. I'm the head jiu-jitsu instructor at the SWM Budokan in Glencoe, Ontario. And thanks for watching this introduction video. So we're going to cover off a couple things just to get started. First off, I guess we'll start with back breakfall on how to do a proper back breakfall. So when I teach this, there's basically three key elements that we cover off. First one is tucking your chin. You want to tuck your chin so that you don't hit the back of your head against the mat or a hardwood floor, or if you're on the street on cement. Okay, if you fall back, and most people go like this, that's a big problem, because they hit the back of your head, you knock yourself out, or even worse. Okay, so that's step one. Step one, we tuck our chin. Step two, we bend our knees and get your butt close to the ground. Okay, and hands in front. Step three, you rock and roll. So we call it rock and roll, and come back up. Okay, and notice my hands are in front. Okay, so that's one soft break fall that we do for the backwards break fall. We do another version where it's a slap and a kick up, which is used more if it's a really hard throw and someone might be jumping on top of you. So for that, it's the same idea. Step one, tuck your chin. Step two, be the ball. And then when you rock back, your legs shoot up. And we're here. Okay, like that. So those are the two main back break falls that we do. We do some other harder break falls when there's a hip throw or something like that, but that comes at more advanced levels. The main idea on all of this is low impact. I've seen judo instructors and jiu-jitsu instructors over the years doing hard break falls, and then they're walking, they've got a cane, they have hip problems, and that's what we want to avoid. So for any of this type of training, nice and soft, nice and smooth, no hard impact. We're just here and up, or and up. So that is our back break fall. We also do side break fall. Side break fall is very important. Again, falling to the side, most people, they want to put their hands out. That's how you break your arm. Okay? Do not put your hands out, or when you're falling back, put your hands back. That's how you really get injured. So for side break fall, our hands are out of the way. We practice, we cross over, and you can practice nice and gentle like this, slow, and up. Okay, then the other way, same idea. Hand gets out of the way, cross over, almost like a karate stance, kakidachi. We're here, and up. Okay, so that's your side break fall. You can slap there, and that's your side break fall. We also do front break fall. So not a roll, but a front break fall. A lot of times you're in a shoulder lock, you're getting, face is going to get smashed into the ground. So what we do to practice that, from here, step one, legs go out. Step two, forearms are in front. And step three, we'll just notice I turn my head to one side or the other side. Not like this. Okay, so you break your nose. Okay. So again, front break fall. Okay. Notice I'm up on my toes, not on my knees like this. Okay. good stable position. Okay? Enough. Last one that we'll do before I get into the forward roll is backward roll. Okay, so from a 3-point position, backward roll to there. Okay, then forward roll to there. Okay, so we do an exercise that includes forward rolls, backward rolls, side break falls as well. So for a forward roll, I do it this way so cameras can see. Go on the diagonal. We start out 3-point position. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2, hands together. Probably just right beside your front foot. Front hand is pointing backwards, so create a nice arc in the shoulder. Okay, that's step 2. Step 3, back leg comes up, and then we push off the front leg. That's very important. Don't just collapse and fall on your shoulder. You have to push off this leg. Watch as I go through, this leg will go basically straight. So we're here, up, and push. Okay? Again, from this angle, okay? Back leg, watch how straight this leg goes. Here, push. Okay, then back break fall. Okay, side. Other side. Then we finish off with a forward roll. There. And up. So that's our basic introduction to some of the ground techniques: forward roll, backward roll, side break fall, front break fall, back break fall. Thank you. Very good. So this technique is called Kote Gaieshi, wrist twisting throw. Now we're only going to break balance today. Okay, so we'll start from an inline wrist grab. Now, first things first, whether you do the actual throw technique properly or not, you want to get out of the way. Okay, someone grabs you, whether it's a wrist grab, shoulder grab, lapel grab, whatever, probably what next thing that's going to happen is there's going to be a strike. So the first thing that I want to do is get my body moving out of the way. At the same time, I'm splashing water up, and this hand is blocking. So as the punch comes in, I'm here. Okay, now I can smack, do all kinds of things here. Okay, but then eventually I want to get my hand into this position here. Now we start off with thumbs at the back of the hand like so, and I call this hamburger eating position. Right? It's like you're going to take a bite of a sandwich. Okay. That baby finger, that knuckle, has to rotate past the shoulder and then point downwards. And you're going to go nice and gentle here. When that happens, watch the body. Watch the change in the balance and the hips just by doing that. Okay? See how he's off balance now just from that. So again, we'll go from inline wrist grab. We won't worry about the punch. Okay, but I step off and sandwich eating position, then rotate the wrist. You can see what happens there. If I continue that, that'll be the throw. So that's a junior way to do this. Senior way, okay, is from here, hop up, and I use the pressure of my forearm to lock against the wrist here. Okay, so I'm just here to here, and you can see I've got a pretty good wrist bend here, and that will go into there while I do my strike. Okay, so the full technique without the throw, from a grab and straight punch, I'm here into there. Okay, there, into there. Kick the knee, take down. Okay, that's the fancier version, right? Okay. All right. Same idea now from lapel grab. There's not too many people just grab your hand like that, okay? But it's the same technique. So as the punch comes in, I'm off the center line, okay? Strike, grab here. See how I turn the wrist? Now from here, again, I won't do the throw, but I would, after the strike here, I drag down. See, I don't have to do a whole lot to get the balance off. Wrist is here, I drag down and rotate. Okay? And that would be the throw. If I don't want to throw, no problem, I can do what's called Kubi Dori into there. Okay? And again, into the throw. Notice I keep my head tucked. He's got another arm. He can punch. Okay, so I keep my head tucked in. And then through. So that's a couple different ways to do Kote Gaieshi. Okay, all right. So, Nikkyo, also we call it in Aikijujitsu, we call it Kote Hinari. Yeah. So we have Kote Gaieshi. Gaeshi means turn over, right? We do in Kendo, we do kiri kaieshi. Cuts, 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 cuts. One side, then the other side. Gaeshi just means to turn over. Kote, wrist. So the earlier technique was turning over of the wrist. Right. Now we have Kote Hinari. Han means half. Yeah. Kote is still wrist. Hinari means to half twist. Half twist. So we start off, again we're starting off pretty basic. From a cross arm wrist grab this time. Okay? We trap the hand. Make a big circle. So we get a twist in the forearm. Touch elbows. So now I have a Z-bar formation between the shoulder, the elbow, and the wrist. This is trapped. Okay? And I pull into my belly button as I rotate. Okay, we'll do this nice and gentle. See how the head comes down. Okay, and again. You all right there? Yeah. Okay, so we're here. Trap, big circle, elbow to elbow. Pull the head down. Pull into your belly button. There we are there. Now, from here, there's all kinds of stuff we can do. Upward. Head back. Turn around and back into that throat grab that I like so much, and I've got my armbar extension here against my chest. From there, kick the legs out, all that stuff, all kinds of fun stuff. But that's our introduction to Kote Hinari. Can also be from lapel grab. I'll show that real quick. Maybe we'll turn this way so we can see. Okay. So again, if someone's doing this, odds are the punch is going to be there. Okay, so the punch comes in, I'm here, upwards, throat poke. Okay, into there. I block this, that'll get the person off me a little bit. Turn the wrist this way, thumbs up, pull the elbow in. This is quite painful. Okay. From there, I can do that technique I did before, or I can get into an arm bar and then go to town on the fingers. Okay? Go into there. Again, into the knees here, heel kick up into the head, whatever. Okay? Into there. That's, again, one of the more advanced ways to do this Kote Hinari, which is a half wrist twist. Okay? Yes. Yes. And keep this. Okay, take Kubi Dori, literally choking of the neck of the hand technique. Right. Okay. So neck of the hand technique. When we first learn this, again, the basic way, we'll start with the cross hand wrist grab this way. That's good. Cross hand wrist grab. Okay? We want to capture the hand. Okay? As we move past the body, rotate, and now we have the hand and the forearm pretty well straight up and down. The technique requires a corkscrew motion going up under the armpit, which raises the person off their toes. Okay, gets their weight up, okay? Gets their weight up. It does not take a lot of energy or effort to do this. Okay? And we'll have to zoom in on this. What I like to do, especially, is get that baby finger. That's the keys to the kingdom. I don't have to have anything except the baby finger, especially for a very much stronger person. Right? I just into there. See how he's up on his knees. Okay, very good. All right. Okay. Now we'll do it from this way here. Again, that is the long form. This is the long form where we're here. Up, down. See how I get low. Okay, then I'm here, and then I into my technique. Okay, and up you go. Okay. If I don't go low, see this happen all the time? People are here, and they come up like this. And then all that sensei has to do is spin under, spin under. Hey, and then we're just dancing, okay? You have to go low on your transition, okay? Now the more advanced version, a bit more practical. From the lapel grab, again, someone grabs, a punch is probably going to come in. I'm here. Strike. And I slip into it very quickly. Okay, so right against my chest. Okay. Feed the needle. Try to grab into the ear. Okay. Yin fang cavity back there. Collarbone. Okay. Lots of nerves in there. Okay. Same thing from this angle. Okay. So you can see it here. Okay. The pelv grab comes in. Strike. Strike. Into here. Okay, he's up on his toes, foot sweep, give him a chance to do his front break fall. Yeah. Right? Thank you.
Thank you.
So Shiho Nage, Shi means four, Ho means directions, large directions, Nage is throw. We're not going to do the throw.
Right.
Okay, Shiho Nage. So again, we'll start from cross arm wrist grab. Now instead of having the one hand on the outside, trapping, we grab the inside of the wrist. Okay, inside of the wrist, step, okay, into there. If the person doesn't like the bend, they straighten the arm, and I've got an arm bar. Okay, if they don't like the arm bar, they bend their own arm, and that gets me into this position here. Okay. Now this is a serious throw. If the person doesn't know how to do a back break fall, they will hit their head. Okay? Instead of the throw, see how his elbow's up there? I've got pretty good control of the whole body right now. I can step in behind, elbow the head, and slip my arm through. So now I've got the whole control there. Okay. You all right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Very important though to let people know.
Tap, tap. Don't be macho and say, oh, I can take it.
No.
Because that's how you get a broken arm.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
These techniques require zero strength to do.
Exactly.
Okay. That's why I've even had 8-year-old children throwing 16, 17-year-old teenagers around just because they know the technique.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Very good.
Thank you, Sensei.
Thank you.
Right, let's-
Cool. So, anything else you want to show these people?
I think the last one, I mean, these are the staples. Right? There's so much that comes from all these techniques. The last one would be Irimi.
Yeah.
which is to enter, Irimi Nage, to enter. There's a lot of ways to go about it. And if you look at some of the Aikido systems, and I'm not criticizing Aikido, it's great.
Yeah.
But they're less, it depends on who's doing it, I say that.
Yeah.
But a lot of the systems that teach these techniques, they're not designed for combat. They're really about, okay, let's blend and let's be, right? But in practicality, it shortens up quite a bit.
Right.
So that's what I like to do, is shorten up and focus on the tactical. So Irimi is one that is extremely tactical. Okay. So that is to enter and throw. So what we do as a start, okay, we have a cross hand wrist wrap, okay, and Sensei will push. As he pushes, I receive. There's no force back. I'm receiving, and I have my hand up here, and I get to come in. See, I'm entering into Sensei's center of gravity. Okay? And again, we're here, and then I can slide up. And I have my hand at the base of the spine here. This hand I'm being nice, I'm at the shoulder. If I was not being nice, I'd take my thumb and put it into the throat. Okay? But I'm being nice at the shoulder. Okay? And I push pull. Again, I won't throw, I just break balance. Okay? He's ready to go. Okay? And again, from this angle here. Okay? Okay? Push comes in, I receive into there. Okay. That's the nice version, and that's very linear. We also do a circular version. So I'll receive and bring around and then throw. Okay? You start, you pull the person's off balance, they get really mixed up. Okay? More practical version of this. Okay? From fighting posture. Okay? Sensei's going to throw the right cross. Okay? We've seen this type of move. This is a slip. It's a boxing slip. Okay? So as he's here, I'm coming towards him. Okay? You can't do this if you're worried about getting punched in the face. You got to punch at me. Go ahead. Right? You can't be worried about that. But what you need to be able to do is, as that punch comes in, see where I'm at? My head's right at the elbow. Okay, and I can come in with a counter punch if I want. Okay, so that's your step one. Back a little bit. Step two, I set my Irimi Waza for that circular motion. So as it comes in, okay, and that would be the break fall. So this is really good for against a boxer.
Yeah.
Because the boxer, he'll throw that right, and it'll come back.
Yeah.
So when that comes back, I have that motion because I'm stepping here, and my back leg does what we call a tenkan turn into there. They're back, and you build on that motion coming back. So that, again, that's Irimi Waza. If we were going to do the throw, boom. And when that throw happens, person falls from about up to here. And if they don't know how to break fall,
It gets
it's pretty serious. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think that's about all I have to say for this morning.
No, that's really good.
Thank you.
That's really good. So the idea is joint manipulation and joint pain.
Yes, pain compliance.
So if Sensei was punching at me and I block here, not out here, here, this hand you can do whatever you want. You want it here, this comes here, elbows here, right here, okay? That's one way.
Yes, Sensei.
Other way is punch comes in, you block here, lock up, then you do your ten-con turn, and down they go. You're tightening up the wrists. Another variation, same thing. So he comes in, here, you grab the wrist, you're forcing it this way, but instead of going here, you go here. And then you tie them up, same as what you were showing before. Okay? Which is easy way to do it. Another one. So it comes in, punch, grab here. Here, right behind the elbow. See what happens? A little bit of pain.
Yes, Sensei.
A little bit of pain. So you're dealing with here, nerves here,
That's it.
nerves in here sometimes, nerves up in here sometimes, nerves in here sometimes. Okay, so it's all, that's what it's all about.
Yes, Sensei.
Creating discomfort. No, we don't like to use pain. Pain's harsh. Little discomfort is what we want. Okay? So, and that's it. So, and just practice with it. That's all you can do.
Yes, Sensei.
Thank you. See, and you did good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Sensei.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, guys, that's it. Hopefully you like it. If you don't, that's too bad.
Thank you.